Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Sarah, and today I'm going to be talking about salicylic acid compared to benzoyl peroxide. So I recently watched Dr. Dre's video comparing the two ingredients. That was a super informative video. I'll go ahead and link it down below for y'all to take a look at. For this video, I wanted to also talk about my struggles with acne and my experience using both of these ingredients and how I like to incorporate both into my skincare routine. So first, the differences between both of these ingredients. So I'm going to talk about salicylic acid first, just a general overview about the biggest difference I feel when it comes to talking about salicylic acid. It is a BHA or a beta hydroxy acid. It has been backed by so many years of research and has been proven to effectively treat and prevent acne. It basically goes really deep into the pores, clears it out of any kind of buildup, oil, bacteria, any kind of gunk within your pores, but it also has long-lasting effects when it comes to preventing breakouts. So it does gently exfoliate the skin, and how Dr. Dre kind of talked about it was sometimes their skin cells clump up together and really? Sometimes our skin cells stick together and they clump up, which can cause a breakout, but salicylic acid does help unstick the cells so that we don't get the clogged pores and we don't develop acne. So the best way for me to describe salicylic acid is that it just gets deep in the pores, clears it out of any gunk, and it helps prevent breakouts long term. The next ingredient is benzoyl peroxide. I like to describe benzoyl peroxide as the ingredient for really stubborn types of acne. So it targets more of the bacterial aspect of acne. What's great about benzoyl peroxide is that even with more of the resistant bacteria, it still targets it, and it really does help prevent breakouts as well. It's great for cystic acne, so the acne that's deep under the skin. It's great for body odor, so if you put a little bit of benzoyl peroxide on your armpits, like a benzoyl peroxide cleanser on your armpits, leave it there and then rinse it off. It really does target the bacteria under your arms. It really helps prevent that body odor. But with both ingredients, I would say that there is still a risk of developing some type of irritation to these ingredients. With salicylic acid, it can be irritating. Sometimes people have allergies when it comes to salicylic acid. With benzoyl peroxide, it can be drying, it can be overly irritating, especially at the higher percentages of benzoyl peroxide. So I feel like there are risks with both ingredients. It really depends on your skin type and what your skin can handle. So is one ingredient better than the other when it comes to acne? That is almost an impossible question to answer directly. I know I get this question a lot when it comes to comments on my videos, like, which one should I use? Should I try salicylic acid? I have this type of breakout. Or should I try benzoyl peroxide? All that I can really talk about or tell y'all is just my personal experience using both. I'm not a dermatologist, so it's really just based off of my personal experiences going through my skincare journey, my cystic acne struggles, and kind of what's worked for my skin. But as I always say, skincare is subjective. Whatever works for one person may not work for you, vice versa, and that's okay. So the best advice I really give people is just to slowly experiment with your skincare, keep your skincare routine minimal so you know exactly if that product or that ingredient is really working for you, and to always listen to your skin and adjust your routine from there. Because there are many factors that contribute to acne, and I like to use either ingredient depending on how my skin is feeling. So this ties into my next point of my experience using both of these ingredients and how they have both helped my skin. With salicylic acid, like I talked about earlier, the best way for me to describe it is that it really does get deep into the pores, clears out the gunk, and does help prevent future breakouts. However, I will say that for my particular skin, I did notice a lot more sensitivity issues using salicylic acid compared to benzoyl peroxide. I like salicylic acid for more of the oily areas of my face and the ones where I get a lot of blackheads or those sebaceous filaments on the side of my nose, like those like white stringy stuff on the side here, and that is just due to a buildup of oil and it kind of just pushes out of the pore. So on the more oily, blackhead prone areas, that is where I like to use salicylic acid because it really does help clear out those pores for me. I like to use benzoyl peroxide when I am struggling with cystic acne. So I used to really struggle with cystic acne, and it took the longest time for me to find a cleanser that really did help target more of the bacterial aspect. Benzoyl peroxide using the PanOxyl 10% acne wash, that has worked so many wonders for my acne, the skin on my face, my body breakouts, my armpits and the BO. Like, it has helped so many different areas. I'm really happy that I decided to incorporate this ingredient and really experiment with what products I was using. It eventually worked and I found the products that I really liked. I do want to say that it does depend not only on the ingredient that you're using, but the product itself. Is it a cleanser? Is it a leave-on treatment? What form of that ingredient are you applying to your skin? And maybe that form of the ingredient is just not working for you. Maybe you need to opt for a cleanser, or maybe you need to opt for a moisturizer, or maybe you need to opt for something else that works better for your skin. But every product is not created equally. There are some products, even if it both has like the same ingredient or the same percentage of salicylic acid or benzoyl peroxide, that doesn't mean the formulation of the product itself is gonna work well for your skin. Skincare products are very tricky to formulate. Just based off of how they're formulated, that in itself can just be a factor that irritates your skin. I like to incorporate one product at a time using one ingredient, try it out, see how it feels, and then if you don't like that particular product, maybe try a different product with a lower percentage of that ingredient to see if you are allergic to it or if it does irritate your skin, or maybe it works at a lower percentage. So the strength and the formulation really does play a role in determining if your skin likes it, which makes it almost extremely difficult to determine if your skin even likes the ingredient in the first place. So that is why I always recommend keep your skincare routine very minimal, try one ingredient at a time, one product at a time, document how your skin feels, and then adjust your routine from there. Both ingredients are great. Both serve different purposes in my skincare routine. I love benzoyl peroxide for more of my stubborn breakouts, my cystic acne, my armpits, my body breakouts, but I also love salicylic acid for my more oily areas, like around my nose, the parts where I get blackheads. They are both awesome ingredients, and it really depends on you experimenting with different products, because that can make a world of difference. So in conclusion, both ingredients are great. And I know that everyone's skin is different, and all I can say is experiment slowly, but be open to trying new things, especially if you feel like your skin could benefit from using these ingredients. And that's pretty much it. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video. I hope that it was informative. Comment down below your experience using both of these ingredients, how you like to incorporate them, and what some of your favorite skincare products are that have these ingredients. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and if you haven't already, please make sure to check that description box down below. I have links to related videos of mine that you may find helpful or entertaining. And I also have a timestamp if you want to go ahead and hop around this video. And please stay tuned. I post every single Monday.